some of this music. How's everybody doing today? It should be fun. Been a couple weeks, but excited to be back for the Portland Grand Prix. What's going on? Thanks for joining. It's been a few weeks, almost I think 3 weeks now since I did the Detroit race, so a little longer than I would have liked, but excited to be back. We're here for round number 6 with the Portland Grand Prix. Portland should be a good one. This is a cool track. It's one that I wouldn't say it was one I raced a lot back in the day, so it'll be interesting to see how I do. But I don't think I've ever done a full race around Portland. Not sure too many people have in that Indycar too. It wasn't one of the, it wasn't Indianapolis or Michigan or Long Beach or something, so I don't see a lot of videos out there about it, but it should be good. Yeah, hope I like walls in my chicanes. That's exactly right. The chicane's going to be one of the bigger issues at this one, as they always are. It's one of the reasons, like, Surfer's Paradise, for example, is so tricky in IndyCar 2. The chicanes in IndyCar are, in this game, they have walls right next to them, so you don't really get a second chance. But this one's cool. It's a redone track to some extent, rebuilt track, so it's going to have a few of the nicer things. All right, so let's take a look. Since it's been a few weeks, we'll take a second longer and look at the championship and everything. We'll continue our season. So here for round 6, and it's been a pretty good start to the season. I feel like maximized every opportunity, and I think I've finished on the podium for all 5 of the starting races. So it's definitely been a good start to the season. 1 win, and you can see there it was the big one. Ryan Axelson, our driver, winning at Indianapolis. The Indianapolis 500 fell into my lap, but I guess I set myself up for that to happen. It was very lucky, I think, but otherwise, it's been a good season. Phoenix raced competitively. It seems there's always a single car, or maybe 2 that are just miles quicker, and so it gets really tricky to try to catch them, or maybe 3rd place is sometimes the only position I can get. So if we look at the list, though, last time out, we'll take a quick look at these results from Belle Isle. I finished 2nd. Really feel like that just kind of happened. I think we had one driver get a failure late in the race, right? And so I took over 2nd. I think it was Michael Andretti maybe that had some kind of issue towards the end. But Allenser Jr. was just in another league, lapping the whole field. Despite myself leading in the beginning, made a couple mistakes, but kept it from hitting the wall super hard the whole time, and was able to come home 2nd ahead of Bobby Rahal. Had a pretty good little fight towards the end. I was reliving a little bit of it just so I could remember for this race, but Bobby Rahal was hounding me towards the end, able to hold him off for 2nd though, behind Allenser Jr. So we'll take a look at the season standings, and things are looking pretty good right now. Ryan Axelson out front, 82 points. Ahead of Michael Andretti, right, with the number 6 with 59 points. 1 win apiece for the top 3. Allenser Jr. actually has 2 wins, so he's really coming on now. Be interesting to see if he can continue that at Portland. Not sure that was a great track for him. But Emerson Fittipaldi, I think the one I got to watch out for. He won this race in real life, and yeah, we'll have to see how they all do today. I think I said this going into Detroit as well. I'm not as confident as I would be at like one of the ovals racing here. And Detroit went way better than I thought it would, even with a few mistakes. So we'll see how Portland turns out. But if I can just hold on to a good lead, if you remember, we'll take a look at the calendar in a second. But if I can take hold on to the lead for a few races here, things will look pretty promising. Work our way down, all the way down to 24th with 1 point with Randy Lewis there. So things are going pretty good. And we're at Portland. Oh, we didn't get the schedule for some reason. Hold on. Yeah, we were looking at it here. What am I doing? Yeah, so we're in that road course stint. So we came off Indianapolis and Milwaukee, and then we went to Belle Isle. We're here at Portland. We have 2 more road circuits, or 3 more actually. Cleveland, which It is a road course track. That one's a little easier just because the walls are further away from the track there than around most of it. But then we go to the hardest track of the season, I think, the Meadowlands. And there's been a few posts on Twitter recently about folks reliving memories of the Meadowlands. And man, I'm dreading that one, to be completely honest. But it should be good. It'll be fun to experience. It's going to definitely be a can I finish this race type race. But then we'll go to Toronto, which is another tricky one. It'll be similar to Detroit. And then finally to Michigan, Pocono. The end of the season's awesome. Michigan, Pocono, Mid-Ohio, Road America, Nazareth, and Laguna Seca. So Portland here, I like Portland a lot. Cleveland's a good track. I think the Meadowlands and Toronto are going to be a little bit of a slog, but we'll see how they go. All right. So anyways, I'm going to do a little bit of practice because it's been a minute since I've done a lot of this. And I did do some practice this week at Portland, but could always do a little bit more. I want to make sure all the settings work and all that. I'll load my Super Pro setup, and I'll go out on a little bit less fuel because I will be qualifying first. We'll take a few laps around the track. Yeah, I did catch the F1 sprint race this morning. It was fun, I guess. Those things are always short. I feel like you start watching them and then they're over before you know it. Yeah, Meadowlands is a little bit of an oval. It's mostly left turns, so. All right, so we'll come down. So here's the first chicane. So it's the 1989 version of the track. This is another one of those awesome tracks done by Pavel 69. And the biggest thing about this track is just how narrow it is through this whole section. It's a very fast track, very nice and flowing here through the right-handers, but so easy to just put a wheel onto the grass and then you're absolutely spun out and gone. It's so hard to catch the car if you get onto the grass at all. So especially passing lap traffic and other cars have to be super careful through these sections. But then we get onto the long back straightaway. Should have a passing opportunity here, but the left-hander at the end of this long curving right is a doozy. This is a high commit section. Fourth gear, slam it down a couple gears. We'll be going a lot faster in the race there, but you can grab a lot of that first curb on the left. Then these two on the right, you kind of have to avoid because they're very, very steep. Oh man, thanks Don Ramirez. Don Remez, sorry. Thank you so much for £5, that is. Or euros. No, gosh, I should know my world currencies a little bit better, but thank you very much. And Dab Goose, $10. Been waiting for the best channel on YouTube. Love your classic indie series. Thanks, man. This should be good. I didn't want to take a break for as long as I did, but stuff happens. Oh, see? All right, already into the wall. Hold on, I'm gonna reset that. Getting distracted with the chat a bit, but it's that easy to end the race. It's natural terrain road courses. You sometimes have a little more leeway with the walls and everything, but this one, I feel like if you go off the track, you're just gonna go straight into the wall. The grass has zero grip in IndyCar too. And the sound up a little bit for myself. Let me know how the audio is too. It always seems to change for this game. I don't know if I Am Indy is the best racing song. I try to forget that era. I had to relive a little bit of it this week when I was taking a look at IndyCar Series 2005. And there's some good stuff from then, but I tend to block out that whole era of Indy. All right, so long right-hander here. To the end of the straightaway, down 2 gears, can take pretty much all the curb on the left and just walk it past the 2 on the right. Still quite slow right now. Pick up some speed. The lap times here should be just about 1 minute long, and we use slightly over a gallon of fuel, so we'd be doing about 35 lap stints, I think is what I got to make it to. The race itself, it's 104 laps, which is sounds like a lot, but you know, it'll be a little over an hour and a half race, so it's not the longest one by far, and we'll be pitting, you know, twice during it. If I can go 35 laps, then I'll also pit at lap 70, and then that pretty much gets us to the end perfectly. So might have grab a passing opportunity on the inside here around Scott Brayton. Just trying out some stuff, make sure that'll work in the race. In the practice I've done so far, should be able to get into the top 10. It's getting further up from there and then making sure we don't make any mistakes during the race that make this tricky. But as long as I can finish quite well, it'd be great to get another podium, but I'll take a top 5, even a top 10 if it means keeping the lead in the championship. Coming down the long straightaway, full speed here. That's a 102.9. Be able to get into the 1 minute flats pretty easily. This is a rebuilt Portland track for IndyCar 2 by Pavel 69, so it's much more accurate to how it actually was. He actually has a few versions of it. This is the 1989 version, so should be almost identical to how it actually was in real life for this race and this year. But that first chicane changed a few times. At first, obviously, there was no chicane there, which is a pretty... right under the grass there a little bit. No chicane in the first, as the first corner originally, and that made that first right-hander there such a fast, flowing corner. But there's just not enough runoff area there for that to actually be viable in any kind of safe way. So I'm chasing Rick Mears here, but just want to do a couple more laps, make sure I've got my bearings straight on this. Be able to brake right around the 3 marker. The chicane, but yeah, imagine this. So you're still flat out here, and then you come up to this right-hander. Now, there's a bit more runoff in real life than there is in this version, but it's still not enough. You would need miles of tarmac these days to make that safe. Go onto the curbs. The curbs do react really weird here because you got to remember with IndyCar 2, the car can't actually get airborne at all, and so it does some weird things if you hit the curbs, mostly just kind of teeter the car, but also gets loose very quickly. Yeah, I'm pretty excited for the 2023 IndyCar game. Oh, I tapped the back of Mears. Yeah, it'll be nice to have a new IndyCar game. I'm interested to see how that develops. It's so far away that I'm not even really thinking about it yet. Saw the announcement, got excited about it, but got almost 2 years till it comes out, so we'll see it when it comes. But it'll be interesting to see how their NASCAR, and I think they're doing a BTCC game, right? So those will obviously be a great indicator as to how good the IndyCar game will be. And honestly, kind of nice they'll be doing a couple other games first, because then you get less of that F1 2009 scenario where Codemasters puts out this probably rushed game and it's not great. And especially with IndyCar, I don't think we're guaranteed, although with this it says it's a multi-year deal. I'll try to go 3 wide with Rick Mears. Is that Didier Thays, I think? That's John Andretti back there. All right, don't want to do a lot of that in the race, but yeah, I mean, they'll have a few years to do the IndyCar game, but I wouldn't say it's a safe bet that we'll get, 10 years of yearly IndyCar games. So the first one has a chance at being better because they're doing a few other games before it. So we'll see how it goes. I might say something a little controversial. I'm okay if it's not a die-hard sim, because I feel like if you really want to sim IndyCar and stuff, there are some others out there that do that. There's some great add-ons for like Assetto Corsa and R Factor 2 already that do very accurate IndyCars, but there's also iRacing that you can race online, and it's a mixed bag sometimes, but it is decently accurate, especially the racing aspect to it. So I'm okay if it's a slightly more arcadey, as long as the car drives believable. But I really want them to have like some sort of career mode. It'd be amazing to have Road to Indy in there. Also get loose. All right, so can't do passes like that. I think I'm pretty good. We'll do some qualifying. It'd be neat if they have like Road to Indy and stuff, and a little career mode. I don't need or maybe want the full story thing that Codemasters has for F1 right now, but just something that a few years, driver swaps, maybe upgrade your car, run a team, stuff like that. That stuff you just don't have anywhere right now, so that would be cool to have in an IndyCar setting. All right, So we will do qualifying here, and I'll try not to spin it off the track. Load my setup again. So I'm going to be using, like I've been doing for most of the road races, it's the same setup as I'll race in the race, but just less fuel. You know, we probably could get a few more miles an hour out of it by really coming up with a qualifying setup, but it takes a lot of time to do. So let's take a quick look at where the qualifiers are. So the slowest, Guido Dacco with a 102.8, and I did better than that in practice a minute ago. So go up the grid. AJ Foyt 17th, not bad. Get up to the front. Ooh, they're getting mighty quick. Wow, Scott Pruitt on the pole tentatively. It can also set a better time as I'm qualifying, but under 1 minute, 59.8. That's fast. And Emerson Fittipaldi right behind him with a 59.9. So we got 2 cars under 1 minute. And then Danny Sullivan, Raul Boisel, Michael Andretti, and Derek Daly all in the 1 minute .1s. I think I can get in the top 10 here, but I'm going to have to do a pretty good lap. We'll see. All right, let's do qualifying. It's a 10-minute session. Set as many laps as I want during that time. Hopefully don't have to reset the car or anything. Can just drive solid here for 10 minutes. Thanks, Buddy Court. Glad you're enjoying it. A lot of new folks lately, which is fun. All right, so we'll go out for the out lap. Try to set a banker in the first couple of laps here. They always give you a little bit of a gap on the track too to the other cars, so I'll have a couple laps at least where I don't have any traffic, so it's important to get a good lap during that time. Run onto the back straightaway. Never been to Portland International in real life. I almost got the chance to go. I had some friends that lived out in Portland, and they all moved away like the year before IndyCar came, but if they had still lived out there, I probably would have been able to go to the race, which would have been very cool. All right, come across the line. We'll see if I can get a decent starting spot. A 105 on the out lap, doesn't matter. For the 3 braking marker down to second gear through the first chicane. You can use a little bit of the curb on exit there on the right. Down to third gear, just take kind of a weird line through the first right-hander, try to apex the second one. I was a little too conservative on both of those. Roll through the long right-hander there, missing every apex. Down to second then. A bit nice and tight for this long right-hander. Ooh, it's understeering a little bit there. Second again. Try to get a nice exit here to set us up for the back straightaway, just nibbling on the grass to the left side of the circuit. Oh no, too late on the brakes. Oh, we gonna hit anything? Holding that brake pedal. Ooh, I tapped the rear there quite a lot. That was full attack. We'll see if the car is okay. It might be okay. I slowed down quite a bit before the barrier. Luckily, we can't get flat spots. Ooh, got a little loose there. Almost hit the tire wall as well. Well, first lap not successful. Got to push a little bit less on this one. I messed up these. These right-handers are hard because the difference between a good lap and going off the track is very minor, and I'll always say controlling these older sims is a lot harder than new ones. You don't have force feedback, the lower FPS, so you can't be as precise. That's what I end up feeling, is I can't be quite as precise as you could be in a new sim. All right, we'll try to do a little bit better through here. It's fourth gear. I'll just brake a little bit earlier. There we go. Tap the wall still. Ooh, rear end got loose again. A little bit late on the throttle there. This will be a mediocre lap. Come across the line. Oh, 59.8. Never mind. Right up to the front. Oh man, that didn't even feel like a good lap. We'll try a little bit better this time. Right behind Rick Mears on the pole thus far. So he's outdone Scott Pruitt. Here's might be the quick one this week. Right down to fourth gear. Oh man, it's just if you don't get that entry to the right-hander after the left, perfect. The car gets really skittish. Yeah, there is always one driver that's fast, but I like how it's a different one each race almost. Makes it exciting. That was a 1.1. Wow, I don't know what was so fast about that lap before. A 1 minute point one that time. We'll watch it back later. Messed up the first entry there. Take all three of these wrong. You want to basically miss the first left or right-hander there. Get the apex on the second one, that'll set you up for the apex on the third. There we go. That was much better. Oh, but then I touched the grass. No! Oh, that's a hard hit into the wall. All right, not getting damage. We have 4 minutes left. I mean, we're in second, so that's honestly way better than I thought I was going to do anyway, but... I want to try to get this first series of corners correct or better. It's quite deep. Just get away with that. So we want to miss this one. That'll set us up for a nice line through the second one there, just like that. And then it's a long right-hander there. That was better. I'll get it by the end of the race. Gotta make it there first. Ooh. Yeah, and for those that weren't here since the beginning, I've got damage on, but it's on what IndyCar calls the arcade setting. And did that because especially on some of the tighter tracks, it's so easy to break a suspension. And that wouldn't be fun to watch. But you can get away with some stuff that you definitely shouldn't be able to. On the curb there, that's no good. You can see Mount Hood in the background there. I think that's Mount Hood, right? Or Mount Rainier, one of them. All right, we got about 2 minutes left. I'm chasing a couple cars here. I think I got Kevin Cogan in front of me. That's a 1 minute flat. Should be one of my last laps in qualifying here. Down to second gear. Got Allenser Jr. in front. Fourth place in points right now. Oh, a bit late on the brakes there. Luckily, another thing you can't do in IndyCar 2 is lock up the tires. So, just slam all the way on the pedal, you can get away with it. But side by side with Unser Jr., he's going to ruin my lap here. I think my best chance to pass is going to be turn 1. It is going to be a tricky track to pass on. And of course, he pulls into the pit lane as well, which is great. All right, we'll come across the line. This will definitely be... Oh, we might get 2 more laps. We'll see. Not too bad through the first chicane. Up the throttle a little bit, just ride the curb. Car does a weird thing. Ooh, too deep. All right, I'm pretty happy with second. 59.8. I mean, Mears is 0.7 of a second faster, but it's all right. It's gonna be okay. All right, so we'll go to the next session. Need to load up our fuel here, and we'll take a look at the starting grid and everything. Actually, I'm gonna do a couple laps. We'll take a look at the starting grid real quick. But Rick Mears gets the pole with a 59.1, which is so fast. I get second, Ryan Axelson, 59.8. Scott Pruitt, 1,000th of a second slower. So we're pretty much neck and neck with Scott Pruitt. It'll be like Long Beach all over again. But and Indianapolis as well. I've been racing him quite a bit this year, but he's going to be starting third. Emerson Fittipaldi in fourth there. So he's one I got to watch for the championship. Starting fourth, so that's good. Danny Sullivan in fifth, Raul Boisel sixth, Michael Andretti, Derek Daly, Alan Sir Jr., and Steve Saline gets a top 10. It's actually quite a few of the fast guys are back here quite a ways. Teo Fabi, Mario Andretti, Bobby Rahal, Harry Lyondike. If there's anybody surprising towards the very back. No, that's who we'd expect to be there. 28 cars, so it'll be a pretty full race. But I'm going to do like 2 laps in warm-up here, just make sure I feel the car on full fuel again, and then we'll do the race. I should practice at least one pit entry before we do it. Yeah, it seems like I might be able to pull another podium out of this, if not better. There's a chance that it seems like the fastest qualifier is not always the fastest in the race. So there's a chance that somebody else is quick, but Mears might not be the one. And get a lead maybe off the line. I have many Excel files. I'll let you know. Let's gear. That's going to be an easy place to ruin the race. You get off to the left here, there's just barriers very quickly. So it's there, and then through that turn 2, 3, 4 complex that I got to be most careful, I think. I just named most of the track, but those are the places I could see a slide off the track into the barriers being an issue. Hey Darren, thanks. Please do a tutorial on how you set up. Yeah, I know there's been a few folks asking for a tutorial. I'm not like a tutorial guy, so I can see if I can maybe put something together, but it opens up a lot of questions that I might not know how to answer. But I am just like the high level thing. I'm using DOSBox here for this. DOSBox ECE edition, which is the Enhanced Community Edition. And you don't have to use that, but it does allow for some better controller settings. And then it's just running it through there. Got some custom car sets installed and all of that. You're able to get the wheel set up. DOSBox includes a mapper for controllers. You press Control F1 while you're in a game, it'll bring up like a keyboard looking screen where you can actually map controls, and that's what I use to get a lot of the buttons and things on the steering wheel. Alright, I can feel the car now, so I'm going to come around and try just one pit entry. And I'd say the best version of DOSBox in general is whatever the latest DOSBox release is, if you just search for DOSBox. But the Enhanced Community Edition is nice specifically for racing because they let you use a higher fidelity of joystick input. And Ted Meat has a good entry about this at his blog. We'll come past Guerrero there. Good to know I can pass there on slow cars. But yeah, it allows for a more enhanced joystick configuration, just so when you move the wheel, I think by default, you know, DOS will register like 250 individual points, and with the enhanced it can be like 10 times that. All right, we'll come to the pits though. I think the speed would start right where my box is, so should be good. All right, wow, 200 people watching. Thanks for coming back. I know it's been a few weeks, but this should be good. It's a 104 lap race. Each lap's about a minute. We haven't been getting any cautions, although they're enabled. It seems like you need a pretty big pile up to get a caution or a car that gets disabled. So we'll see, but I would say, because it's a road circuit, probably won't get a caution. So the race will just be about 104 minutes then with everything. But we'll come back. So we'll go to the next session. The race, 68 degrees Fahrenheit, 6 mile an hour north wind. Pretend like I know what that does to the car, but at least it's what I just drove in, so it should be good. Starting P2, Rick Mears on the pole. Should be good. This should be good. All right, we'll start the race here. So we got our pace lap. We'll put it down to 1 boost just to save a little bit of fuel. I don't think I'm gonna have to play with the bars or anything on this track, although I can make the car softer or move the brake bias and stuff, but over the course of a fuel tank, it doesn't seem to change too much. Famous last words. Through the chicane, super tight on the pace lap. Yeah, this game is rock hard on a keyboard. I think the Jeff Crammond games do a much better job with their computer-assisted steering to allow you to play these on a keyboard and still, you know, have a good time. The Papyrus Sims, the keyboard control, I mean, it's direct, so you're not trying to work through anything, but it's not easy. Definitely. Yeah, I'll try not to. If you do crash into the pace car, there's a funny audio clip that plays, but I'm not going to ruin the race doing that. All right, so goal here is just to, like always, get away on the start, get a couple laps in, try not to do any crazy moves, no heroics on the first few laps, and you know, if I can get away with the lead right away, that'd be best, and just try to gap. But if coming down to T1, we'll see what happens. We'll get that boost back up, full boost. We'll just leave it there unless we get into some weird caution off strategy thing. But 2 pit stops, hopefully make it to lap 35, and then 70. We'll come around the final corner here. Got to let Rick Mears in front to take us to the green. Oh, he's pulling ahead a little bit. Green flag's out. Oh, that was early. Rick got a little bit of a jump. We'll come down towards turn number 1. Got Scott Pruitt there on the right, Rick Mears on the right as well. Sneak up the outside of him. Come down to T1. Hard on the brakes. Oh, he cuts in front. I'll have to grab a lot of the curb. Oh, Pruitt as well, side by side. Oh, he's going to force me off into the grass. What the heck? Got Danny Sullivan behind me now, but Mears able to get out into the lead. Scott Pruitt pushes me out. Does the Pruitt fade? Is that what that is? I come down to first gear, but made it through the first few corners at least. Oh, got a little bit of a run on Pruitt. Nowhere to go there. Make a better move than that. All right, get onto the back straightaway. Pruitt quite slow getting on the gas. Side by side, make the pass on him even before the corner, which is great. Down to 4th gear, just lightly get it through here. Gotta make sure I don't go wide at all. Spin the car off the track. All right, so getting 2nd place back from Pruitt. Oh, all right. Crazy first lap there. Can't believe Pruitt pushed me off the track like that. Down to T1, brake just before the 3 marker. 2nd gear, point it at the apex. Probably can do 1st gear there to get a little more speed, but so we'll chase Rick Mears here. I've got a feeling Mears and Pruitt aren't going to be the quickest cars in the race. If Detroit was anything like it, I think Allenser Jr. started back in like 8th or 9th position and was able to come up and just lap the whole field. So we'll see what happens. Right onto the grass there a little bit. There's no curb there, and there really should be. It should be a 2-stop race. Yeah, lap 35 is what I'm trying to get to. That will get us to lap 70, and then lap 105, which will be the finish. Come to the line and see what the gap is. 1.6 on the last lap. Should be about the same, I think. Ooh, 0.9, so I gained a half second, a little bit more. Got Michael Andretti behind me now, though. See how quick he is. 2.6 seconds off the lead last lap. Right onto the back of Mears. I think I'm definitely quicker than Mears. Oh, he's quite slow there. Come up the inside. Hug the curb. All right, make the pass for the lead. Right before the back straightaway. Just gotta watch that Michael Andretti behind me, though. All right, just try to set our eyes forward, though, and put in some good laps here. Clear track in front, no laps cars yet. So Mears not quite as quick as he was in qualifying. Across the line, 101 laps to go. Rick Mears behind us. It'll be a long race. This track's demands as much precision even as Detroit did. That was a tough race. Look, I'm a little bit slow through these right-handers, but just trying to take it conservative so I don't do stuff like that and run out wide. Ooh, right to the white line there on the left. Try not to push too much. I'm driving at about 95% right now, just to put in good laps, but not overdo it in any of the corners. Leave a little bit on the table, see if that'll give me some time. Take a look at the gaps. Yeah, I gained on Andretti as well, so just keep doing this. He might be stuck up behind Mears right now. A long race to go here. Yeah, I'm not sure how good the AI are here. Like I said, I don't think I've ever done a full race around here, and if I've done any, it's always probably been pretty short races, and definitely not this version of the track either. This is very accurate compared to the original version, so who knows how the AI are. Just try to watch my gears there. Need to shift right at 13. Right, looks like Andretti and Mears. There goes Andretti on Mears. So he's been unleashed into second. We'll see what happens here. Into third. Andretti was always quick out here at Portland. I think there's that one year, right, on Father's Day where him and his dad finished side by side. One of those cool races. So we got 33 gallons of fuel left. Need to watch the fuel burn a little bit. I didn't do as much testing as I normally would on the fuel stuff, so I'm just guessing or hoping we'll make it to lap 35. Come across the line at 32.5 gallons. We'll see what it is next time by. Some quick mental math. Pulled out a little bit on Andretti that time. Understeering there. That's such a weird corner if you get the line wrong. It shouldn't be too long, I'd imagine, that we'll start hitting some of the lapped cars. That's where things always get interesting, trying to get around the lap traffic. across the line here. So I'm down to 31.4, so it's about 1.1 gallons a lap, which is what I expected. So I think we'll make it to lap 35 and be able to pit, do a two-stopper. All the wrong lines through turns 2, 3. It seems like, compared to everywhere else so far, got a little bit of a leg up on all the AI so far, but such a long way to go. Rick Mears is still in third, so no telling if any of the guys behind them are quicker yet. A little late on the brakes there. So easy to get distracted with looking at the gaps, trying to look at the fuel mileage, keeping up with you guys. I feel like I'm getting no good flow through the first few corners. Ooh, and I think I just saw a lapped car up there rounding the corner as we came to the end of the straightaway, so it won't be long now. There we go, there's the first one. Might be Pancho Carter back there. Or Pancho this season. Looks like we'll catch him maybe on the straightaway here. Figure out the best place to pass. I think we can easily go around the outside on the straightaway, but might have to wait through a few of the corners. Yeah, there's no force feedback in this sim, unfortunately. Predated force feedback by just a few years. Oh, touch the grass there. Oh, save the car. Oh, I need to not do stuff like that. That's an easy way to ruin what's going to look like maybe an easier race here. There's still one big factor to get around, and that's myself. Force feedback would be nice, don't get me wrong, but you get used to it. It's weird. You put any serious time into any of these old DOS sims, you get used to the lack of force feedback after a little while. You know, I did a lot of playing revs for my video on it, and by the end of it, I had won a couple races in it and everything, and I could almost feel the car even though there's no force feedback or anything. Just the slight visual cues. Even though that game has like just huge pixels, you can still kind of feel the car, which is really cool. Same thing with this. You can feel the car after a while, even though you don't have force feedback. It's all visual, so you really have to concentrate on it. Yeah, Revs isn't a DOS game, but you get what I mean. There is zero force feedback. It didn't exist when this came out. It looks like Michael Andretti actually pulled up a little on me. Maybe that was that mistake, though. Yeah, he's back down to 4.6. All right, so pulling up here is this Bernard Jourdain. Into the grass there. Yeah, there was a 3D accelerated version of IndyCar 2, which I would love to have the equipment to be able to play, because it looks much more like NASCAR Racing 3, if any of you know. Oh my god, I'm so close again there. If any of you know what NASCAR 3 looks like, which came out a few years after this. And it's a little smoother and has better 3D mirrors and all this stuff. And there was an enhanced version, but it only works with what's called rendition, which is basically the competitors were like DirectX or Direct 3D and OpenGL, and so rendition didn't take off, and there's no support for it these days. You'd have to actually get an older machine, and this is one of the few games that only used that, so there's no wrapper or anything for it, unfortunately. Yeah, it'd be fun someday to get a separate computer setup that I could try something like that on. Just a someday thing. I'll get there eventually. All right, make a pass here. John Jones, I think. Oof. Bad entry to the end of the lap here. This is the part of the track that's going to get me. I'm just all over the place. NASCAR 3 works pretty well on a modern computer if you, I think you need DG Voodoo, but otherwise it's good. Dive up the inside of Brayton there. It's making quick work of all the lapped cars, luckily. Might be my day to be OP. Seems like every race another car has been way too fast, but this one might be my turn finally. Yeah, from everything I've read, rendition looks really nice. Maybe better than, you know, the OpenGL or Direct 3D, 3DFX stuff of the time. But I've never seen it in person, only on some videos, which might not do a fair job at showing it. All right. Drafting with Randy Lewis here. Things are going really well. All right, Michael Andretti is still there. We got 90 laps to go. I need to do another 20 laps on this tank of fuel to do a two-stopper. We'll keep an eye on the fuel. Should have just enough. AJ Foyt, a couple cars in front here with Randy Lewis. Wasn't able to get by them into turn one. Oh, Randy sticks to the inside. I was hoping to go around him. Slowed me down a bit. Oh, I see a white car in the mirror. That might actually be Andretti. Oh my god, what's Lewis doing here? Oh, snake around both these lapped cars. Come up to the high-risk corner. Side by side with Foyt. Lewis right there behind me. Man. Oh. These guys make it exciting enough, at least, even if I'm leading. Get around AJ Foyt. He's always hard to pass. I don't know if his AI is tuned any differently, but he always seems like he's one of the harder cars to get around. Wait a little bit here. You can see when the AI get up on the curbs, some weird stuff happens. Yeah, this will be probably, you know, unless we get a yellow, this will be the, quote, worst that the lap traffic is. Oh man, thanks for another $5, Dab Dab Goose. It's my favorite kart driver. I have to think about that one for a minute. Oh my god, we have the same situation again here with Thays. These two go side by side in front. Oh, and I think I got Michael Andretti right behind me now. I'm losing so much time, but I'm just trying to basically wait for these guys to sort it out. All right, we'll come past one of the cars. Come down to turn one. We got Thays in front still. Ooh, we'll get up right behind him through the chicane. He gets a good run out of the corner, too. Starting to get to the AI that, although they're a lap down, they're quick in spots. They're not just slow around the whole track. You know, I was, as far as favorite Indy driver, you know, I've had a lot of favorite drivers. I think I could more easily name the drivers that I don't like rather than the ones that I do. kind of a excited to see whoever's competitive be good type guy, but I always kind of cheer for the underdog. I like Jacques Villeneuve a lot when I was younger. Kind of don't like him as much now that since he went to F1. I don't know. Or I kind of like Jacques Villeneuve pre F1. He was just kind of a I don't know what's happening, but I'm winning a lot kind of guy. I always like the older guys too, so I mean I was always a fan of Mario Andretti and Rick Mears and Tom Sneva. So we got Michael Andretti 2.2 behind, coming up to half tank now. So half tank of fuel. We're on lap 18, so we're doing perfect. It's going to be pretty much right to the last lap, but the fuel strategy is working so far. Oh, 21 here. Is this Guerrero? Oh, letting the car rev a little high there. And he's quick in a straight line, too. Trying to get in front of him, though. Yeah, I can tell it's Guerrero because he's got that white and blue helmet. There's another car that looks a lot like that. We'll come up behind John Andretti here. Good run on him on the front straightaway. Such a wide front stretch here. I think it's also a dragway, right? Up behind Saline. He's having a pretty good race. A second gear. See if I can maybe get a good run. Just understeered too much there. Didn't quite grab the apex. Tires might be getting a little bit worn. Saline pretty quick in a straight line, be able to get side by side with him, but right as we come to the fast left-hander, here we go. Luckily, if you can get in front of them, they'll give up. Right to the grass there. Okay. So Andretti's right there with me, and Ari Leyendyke's up to fourth. He's quite a ways back at this point. Here, it's a weird entry into the chicane there. See Andretti in my mirrors. That's that white car that's right there. He's not far off of me, so I can't. I think I'm quicker than him, but I can't take too much time behind the lapped cars. Second gear almost hit the grass again there. All right, 84 laps to go, so we've got about 14 laps till we need to pit the first stop. Maybe starting to get a little bit better at that sequence of corners. Andretti's sticking with me, though. He's not falling off. Push just a little bit more now because I want to make sure I can gap Andretti a little bit. Across the line here, 83 to go. Oh, he pulled it into a second. Oh man, I was a lot quicker right off the start, but it's maybe because he was battling with folks. All right, we got to try to really concentrate here and put some good laps in. Getting the line all wrong there. Just need to watch, make sure I don't get on the gas too early, understeer the car off the track. Yeah, the throttle and brake needles take a little bit of getting used to. I don't know if I have them set perfectly up, but there's not a lot to tweak for this. But you can really mash the brakes since there's no, no locking of the tires. You get away with it. $15 gallons. Actually, maybe make it a little further than we need to on fuel, which would be good. Can always have a short stop at the end like we've been doing in some of the races. But Andretti is right here behind me now. If I don't make a mistake though, it's gonna be hard for him to get around, but I wish I could pull away from him. Ooh, a little skatey there. Or maybe need to soften the suspension a little bit. I'm afraid to change anything at this point to know how it feels at least, but it's very darting under the brakes or on the brakes. Maybe I can change the brake bias if I need to. Coming up to another line of lapped cars, which if I can get around them quickly, that'll be good. Yeah, I've got like the Jaws theme going right now in the back of my mind with Andretti right there. Kogan. Try to squeak by. Can't really take any time. I would have liked to have waited there, but got him too wide in front, of course. Could be Ray Hall up there, actually. Passing Pancho Carter, so he's all the way at the back of the pack. All right, get around him, but Andretti's right on me now. 80 laps to go. 10 laps till we need to pit. Dive up the inside of Carter. Oh my God, he's gonna stick it there. No. Oh, that was close to touching, but I got Andretti right on me. Ooh, Kogan slams the door on me. Get around him before the kink, but on the outside here it's actually pretty hard to pass because we got to go further distance. He's gonna actually take the kink. Andretti's just stalking me now, right on the back of Kogan there. Try to get a good run out of the final corner on the front straightaway. Should be able to get him into turn one, hopefully. Brake as late as I can. There we go. Past Kogan. Finally got Bobby Rahal in front, so not a good day for Bobby. Preco car here. A little bit wide. Touching the grass. Missing every apex. Understeering a lot through that one corner. Dive up the inside of Rahal. It's a good place to pass. It's actually a great place to pass on the modern circuit. They widen the track there quite a bit. A little hot. It's going to hurt my run onto the front stretch. All right, we got about 10 gallons left. At least 8 more laps I gotta run for the pit. Well, what seemed like it might have been a walk in the park certainly has turned to not be that, at least so far. Michael Andretti is pretty quick, and he's definitely going to keep me honest here, so that's good for you guys, not for me. We'll see what happens through the whole pit stop, though. It looks like it might just be me and Andretti for this race, as long as I don't make any kind of big mistake, or he, doesn't. You could always have the Andretti curse of bad luck strike as well. Gained quite a bit on him that lap. A little bit hot there. Just balance on the curb. It is very odd looking because the suspension doesn't really react correctly, visually at least. I don't know what it's doing under the hood. Was it Kogan holding him up? Oh, and I think I'm actually catching Mario Andretti here. So one Newman Haas car doing really well, the other not so much. I'm sorry if I'm missing some of the messages. I can't really keep up. Especially if I have to push like this. Ugh. Now, will we get some team orders here with Mario Andretti with his son? What a dynamic that team must have been like in the early 90s with the late 80s, early 90s with both Andrettis driving. Something tells me one of them had an ego problem. Oh, double shifted there. That's fine if I do that going up, but going down would be another thing. It's really easy to blow your engine. Oh, as I try to get Mario, but he squeezes me. Come on, Mario. He's always hard to pass, too. Him and Foyt got like the same thing going. Oh, come on. Michael, right on me now. Turn it into a pretty scrappy little race here. Try to throw it up the inside through the right-hander. Really grab the brakes. There we go. Get around Mario. Almost over-rev the engine. Can't tell who's actually behind me now because the cars look both the same. Yeah, Axelson's flipping off Mario. Maybe need another reality. Oh, we got a car coming up behind. Trying to get through, block through the chicane. So I think Michael just got around Mario, of course. Be interesting to see then as we come up to the pit stop here if how well our crew does compared to the Newman Haas guys. I feel like I've been a little bit quicker through pit stops this whole season so far. Michael's right there on me. Trying to go really deep on the brakes. Thank God I can't lock them up. Andretti's really on it right now. All right, the fuel light's on. A few more laps. We need to make it to 70 to go at least. Be good to get an extra lap in there. Then we really don't have to think about the fuel. Unless we get a yellow flag, which is still a possibility. That could change everything, but yellows have been so rare this season. If there's anything that's making me want to change the damage setting, it's the yellow flags, but we'll see. I think I'm a little quicker in a straight line than Andretti, which is what's saving me right now. Oh, a car got loose there. Oh, Andretti's right behind me now. Oh, my turbo is at 8. Oh my god. I've been racing the whole race with turbo at 8. Well, that means I'm also saving a little fuel. That's why I'm better on fuel than I thought I was going to be. All right. Well, that might make things a little bit easier here. Thanks, Dab. I don't know why I didn't see that. Has it really been like that the whole race? Well, it is realistic, I guess. It wouldn't be hard to miss something like that in real life either. And back in these days, the crew wouldn't have known. Still get Andretti chasing me. One setting on the boost is not going to make a huge difference, but it should mean even in a straight line, I'll be a bit faster as well. At this point, I'm limited a bit on grip for the mid-corner stuff. All right, 71 laps to go. So 2 more laps at least till we pit. Maybe we can make it 3. I have more than 1.15 gallons. We should be able to make it a lap. Ooh, a little late on the brakes there, but actually worked out okay. Got a nice late apex, catching up to Bernard Jourdain now. I'm going to catch him right at the worst spot. He's really slow too, so this is going to hurt. Down into 4th, just back up the corner a bit. Oh, it's Andretti right there on the inside. Oh, I left him the door. Oh, and he hit me. Andretti hit me. I almost over-revved the engine, but he hit me and spun out, I think. Oh, man. All right. I definitely didn't do that on purpose. Make a little bit of an error there, Michael. We'll get a yellow flag then. We're going to be coming to pit this time. Well, that changes things quite a bit. We'll see what happens to Michael. I think he's still there, so maybe he only lost a couple seconds. Lucky I didn't spin there, actually, but all right, so we're gonna do the pits. We maybe could make it 1 more lap, but I don't see any point to pushing it. Come around out of the final corner, dive down into the pits. Now I need to watch for the speed. Basically, we're just gonna have to brake for my pit. Ooh, gonna run deep, maybe. Oh, all right, that's like a pro. Just slide it in there. Oh, Andretti pits as well. That was about as fast as you can enter the pits. If anybody wants to learn how to do it like a pro, there you go. All right, just watch that speed. Don't go over 80 miles an hour. It's not worth even riding 80. We'll come to the end of the pits, though. All right, get back on it behind Rick Mears, but I think he's still got a pit, most likely. Yeah, try to grab a little bit of water. You know, it's talking that does it. Talking for 2 hours while you race is the part that dries out your mouth. It's not really the racing. It's especially bad. I'll record like an intro to a video, do the voiceover part, and then I'll do the race. I almost always do the voiceover first so that I know what I talked about when I go to do the race. And sometimes the race will take me a couple takes or 2 or 3 takes. And by the end of it, the difference in my voice between the intro and the actual video race part is like I can notice it at least. I don't know if all you all can. I've never seen a comment about it, but I'm like hoarse by that point. It's very easy to hit that tire wall coming out of the last corner. All right, but we're back into the lead, so this has worked out. I've definitely gapped Andretti because of the spin, but also in the pits, I think. We'll see what the gap is this time. Well, it's only 3.3 seconds, so he's still there despite all that. Shifted a little early. Oh, I'm not embarrassed about anything. All right, so this is good. I think, except for that contact, which is a little, was unexpected, but might have helped me out here, honestly. Everything is going to plan so far. Andretti's quicker than I thought he would be, but we got to fight at least. A lot of cars in the pits right now. So I do got to try to make it to about 35 to go. I want to make it with full boost and everything. It's actually going to be kind of tight, I think. I mean, I made it 35 laps, 34 laps, and some change with a pace lap and all that. So I might have to save a little bit. And if I was running at boost 8 the whole last run, ooh, a bit wide there. Oh, I've had some beers before and done some videos and stuff. Go back and watch. I did a live stream of, what was that game called? The it's like top down, like 1920s racing. It was a lot of fun actually, but I had a couple drinks during that potentially. Yeah, this would be a little harder to do. Ooh, oh my god, that wall. Did I start off full and then I might have hit it? That would make more sense. As I have the same, it's like a little dial on my steering wheel, and I've got some of the buttons on it mapped to some of the F windows, so that would make more sense. I'll be more conscious of that. It's Guido Daco here. Oh, it's blocking me. Get him up the inside, coming onto the back straightaway. Allenser Jr. in front. So Allenser Jr., despite basically owning the whole show at Detroit, not having a great race because I'm about to put him a lap down. Actually, everybody's pretty slow. Scott Pruitt's in 5th, 47 seconds behind, so we might actually lap some of the top 5 in this. Yeah, I'll get a water hat. That'll be perfect. A Camelback or something. Right. Pulling up on a Unser here. Oh, he brakes pretty early. My god, everybody's braking early. Side-by-side battles in front with Derek Daly. Scott Brayton. Oh, Daly's gonna squeeze me to the low side. Andretti's pulling back up on me, but he's got a couple lap cars to get through as well. On Daly. No. Oh, he pushes me onto the grass. I mean, I kind of pushed myself there, but he was so close to me. It'd be worse to make contact with him. I got back on the track pretty quick. Oh, he switches lanes too. All right, save the car. Here comes Unser Jr. though. He's gonna get back around me maybe. Oh, I was gonna give it up. All right, able to stick around Unser Jr. This lap traffic is so difficult. Yeah, I'm getting pretty close to Pruitt. All right, get around Brayton. He's just kind of an innocent bystander. It's Daly here that's been the pain. So slow mid-corner, but he's actually quite fast on the straightaways, so makes it hard to pass. Lapping cars is one of the hardest things about this. It would be a lot easier if they got out of your way. But I don't have that luxury. All right, there we go. Get by Daly. John Jones now. Oh, why is he taking the outside? Oh man, tapped the wall there. Why did he take that line? I thought they always took the inside line down the straightaway. Oh man. I don't know what this looks like, but it's really hard to try to avoid them. I'm surprised I actually haven't hit somebody so far, other than Andretti, obviously. Back to Foyt, though. Lets me up the inside, thankfully. Nice and easy. Right. Side by side on the outside. I don't think I've been up here yet. Oh, I got hit again. Car spun out behind me. That might cause a yellow. Maybe. Oh. Well, if the record shows that I led most of the laps in the race, if it comes to that, definitely won't have been an easy win of the lap traffic. But that car, I don't actually know who that was. I forget who's driving that car. That definitely hit me. All right, 62 laps to go. P1. Andretti, I think, is probably falling back a bit because of that spinning car, too. Oh, it's 10 seconds back. So he got held up, but somehow they didn't call a yellow. I think if the car's not, going to stay there, he likely corrected and drove away, so they didn't throw a yellow, which is honestly pretty realistic, especially in these days. Oh, see the back end sliding there. I caught it. Watch the lateral grip I put in the tires. Yeah, pretty blind black back markers. I got a little bit of a gap now. Oh, is this? I think this might be Emerson Fittipaldi. God, things are looking pretty good. I guess that would make sense if he's not in the top 5. It's a whole gaggle of cars again. Second gear here. We got Emerson trying to get around Didier Thays. Ooh, he's going to leave the inside open. Can I squeak up here? Come on, Emerson, let me by. Thays in front then. John Andretti there too. Scott Saline, and then Raul Poisel, actually, and I think that would be the first time we've seen him. Ooh, revving a little too high. Yeah, Michael's definitely caught up in some traffic, but I'll take that, because I think on raw pace he's actually quicker right now. Oh, double shifting quite a lot, which is scary. Got my TH8A set to sequential mode, but that's the risk in sequential shifting. Try to get past Saline here. Oh man, it was a mess. Thought he was gonna hit me for a second. There we go, he goes to the inside. So 59 laps to go, getting close to halfway, which makes it feel like a long ways. It's been a lot going on in the race, and Andretti pulled up 9.8 seconds that time, so he gained like 4 seconds on me that lap. I had a few lap cars to get through, but definitely not out of the woods. The lap traffic's been pretty terrible on every track. If you go back and watch even the Indy 500, I mean, there's a little more space at Indy, but it's also, you're going so much faster, you can't quite, you know, correct as quick. Understeering a little bit there, don't want to do that. Yeah, it looks like Ari got around Rick Mears. Andretti's catching me, but I've got a little bit of a gap. There's a lot of racing to go, and you know, compared to where I was 30 laps ago, I'm much further ahead of him. So although he's faster without traffic, he seems to have a lot more issues with the traffic than I do. There's 57 laps to go. A whole group of cars. I think we got Teo Fabi and Danny Sullivan up here. It's weird to put a lap on some of the front runners, but especially at a non-oval. I don't think we'll be doing this at Road America. It's a pretty short track for a road circuit. Understeering a bit there. I did gain on Andretti that time. All right. Gotta negotiate my way through this whole group, though, which will be fun. So a little slow in the entry there. Get a couple of them on the straightaway, make my life a bit easier. Side by side with Boiselle. Oh, he's just as quick as me in a straight line, pretty much. See if I can get Fabi. Oh my God, and Sullivan. That was very close. All right, that's one way to get around the lap traffic, though. I don't know how I didn't hit him. Absolutely launched it into the corner. I guess I can brake a lot later than I think I can. Randy Lewis here in front. I'll get around him this time easily. Oh, man. When you get on the grass, you just have to go straight. You can't crank the wheel because you'll spin the car out. Super easy. Here we go, get around Randy Lewis. Yeah, click the stamp. Keep revving it high once in a while, and that makes me so worried. I feel like the sound of my childhood is, or my youth, is IndyCar Racing 2's engine sound blowing. Super high revving. And explodes. Especially on the road circuits. Downshifting was, took a while to learn, let's say. Two red cars here. I think Pruitt is the next one up, actually. Try to go really through the chicane. Let's see if we can get Pruitt up here, down to third gear. Oh, that's too tight. True Sports Budweiser car. Just try to set him up here for the little right-hander before the back straightaway. Put it under steer, get back on the throttle. There we go. Lunge it up the inside. Run onto the grass. There we go. Keep the spot. Okay. Able to get around Pruitt now. Lapped up to 5th position. Rick Mears is pretty far up the road, so I don't know if we'll get up to him, but lapping up to the P5 is pretty cool. I don't think I've ever done that on a road circuit. We do about 20 more laps of fuel, it says, around lap 52, so we're right on track for the fuel strategy. We'll pit around lap 70, or with 35 to go, and should be able to make it to the end. No sweat. Show up the inside of Guerrero here. All right, if I can just avoid the lap traffic, I think we're setting ourselves up pretty good here. Oof. Oh, there we go. I spun the I know how I did it now. I spun the boost knob there by accident, trying to change the window. Yeah, Neil, Indycar still races here. They're supposed to. They didn't race here last year because of things. They came back just a couple years ago. It's a great track for them. And not a lot of racing, at least from the National Series in the Pacific Northwest. So I'm sure everybody up there appreciates it. I might go to the NASCAR race tomorrow, but it's looking like it's going to rain, so wouldn't make sense. Oh, I hit the back of Pancho Carter here. I only live about 2 hours away from the racetrack in New Hampshire, so it would be easy to go, and there's still tickets, but it's going to rain, so unless the weather forecast dramatically improves this afternoon, I don't think I'll be up there. I might get the race in tomorrow, but it's waiting around in rain all afternoon is not very fun. Two hours really is only in the United States. I know it's funny because I also talk to folks that live out west, and 5, 6, 7, 8 hour drives are fine. And truthfully, if I lived 6 hours away from like Indy 500, I would drive there every year, no problem. Problem is I live like 28 hours away. A little too far. I don't know if I have a favorite season of IndyCar, but I feel like the 95 season always comes to mind because I played so much of this game with the default car set that it just kind of feels like the first season, even though I watched IndyCar before that. All right, get around Bernard Jourdain here. 50 laps to go. We're over halfway. Things are looking pretty good. I got to bring up the relatives again. The 9.7 seconds ahead of Andretti. Right. This is good. Managing the gap. The lapped cars, at least for the past few laps, have been a little more spread out. It's when I catch a pack of them that it gets really hard. Shifting past 6th gear there. Yeah, I mean, looking back at IndyCar, you have to say like 93 seems like a high point for Indy with Mansell coming over and everything. But honestly, I really like where IndyCar is at right now, so having a lot of fun watching it. A little hard on the brakes there, but made it work. Exit onto the back straightaway here. Let's take the long way around, slower car. Oof. Drag race here down to the kink. I don't know if that's actually called the kink, but that's what I think of it as. All right, second gear, the last corner. Yeah, I mean, late 90s kart with Montoya and everything is cool, but you could tell there were cracks forming. I mean, the cars are amazing, then. Those are definitely some of the best cars. The series as a whole. As I'm up the inside of Kogan there, I've been trying a lot of moves into that second corner, but they never give you the line, so might as well just stop trying, risking an incident. Just ride the inside curb, a roller coaster. Plunge up the inside, just come towards the back straightaway. Get Kogan at least. We've got a nice string of cars here. Got 16 seconds on Andretti now, so I'm not gonna back off, but I'm not gonna push super hard here. My time through all the cars. It's Guerrero in front. Ooh. Back end almost swapped on me there. That's hard to catch in IndyCar. There we go. I find it impossible to complain about the canopies because of the obvious safety improvement. I can watch a high-speed oval now and not have to fear every lap that a driver's going to get killed, you know? But yeah, they obviously, I mean, it goes without saying. The cars do not look as good with the canopies, but I don't want them to get rid of it. All right, come around the inside of the 12. That's not actually Guerrero. I think Guerrero is in the 21. Got Bobby Rahal again. We got a little bit of a mix here. Andretti pulled in a few seconds. Oh, throws me out on the grass again. All right. 46 laps to go, so we got about 16 laps till the pit stops. Ooh, coming side by side. Guido Daco there. On the outside of him, second gear. Oh, he hit me. Daco hit me. The right rear. Luckily you can't get punctures from that as far as I know. And he didn't even spin out from it, so we're good. Brayton in front here. Inside. All right, we need to do about 10 more laps, and we're going to be tight on fuel, I think, to do that. I go down a couple on the boost. Really got to make it to that lap 35 mark. And the gap is shrinking, but especially while I'm fighting through lap traffic, probably better to save a little bit of fuel if I can. Ooh, come up the outside of John Jones, squeezes me there. Gosh. He takes the outside again. What's he doing? Give up the fight, buddy. You're like 2 laps down. Oh, Oh my god, and he takes the kink as well. Ugh. Across the line. So hard to get around some of these guys. We got Foyt in front, speaking of difficult to pass. Definitely be shaking fists at old John Jones there. 2 laps down and trying to be a hero. Get around Foyt. Around the back straightaway. The gap's only 5 seconds now. Good exit onto the front straightaway. Break late into turn 1, get around to the 86 there. All right, got a little bit of clear track finally. I think Andretti is very close now. The second gear here. Keep the fuel at 7, the boost at 7, unless I really start seeing Andretti behind me. See if we can gain a couple laps on it. "42 laps to go," just counting them down now. Actually pulled out a little bit on, or did I pull out? I think he's holding there. It's not too bad of a gap. Shifted down a little late there. We're coming up on Mario again. Totally missed the apex in the last corner. It's all right. I don't think I'll ever get the turn 2, 3, 4 complex there right. All over the track. It's working out, but it doesn't feel like I'm driving very well. I might just have a better car today than the other guys. I pulled out to 9.2 that time, so low boost is fine, managing the gap. Ooh, the car got a little loose there. So at least 5 more laps, then we'll take the pits. Should be good on fuel at this point. If I can run the rest of this stint, though, with the lower boost. Yeah, I actually gained on Michael that time. I wonder if he's stuck behind somebody. I did not have a great lap. I haven't been watching the lap times, but I'm sure they're not terrific. All right, pulling up on Mario Andretti then. A bit quicker in a straight line. Stay close to him. Might be able to lunge into turn one. Really take my chances there. Get old Mario. There we go. We just made it. Yeah, this looks a bit better than the game would have looked when it came out. There's two things in my eyes that look a lot better. There's the track here. This is a really, really nice track for the game. There's some ugly ones out there, but this is probably as nice as a track can look, honestly. Apple did a great job on this. And the car set as well. Many, many more polygons in the car models than the originals have. You know, I actually would notice if I'm ever in a huge, big pack of cars, I'm talking like 20 plus on the screen at once. The game actually slows down a little bit in DOSBox. DOSBox can't actually keep up. I've got like a full field of cars on screen at once. But that happens so infrequently that I'd rather not lower any of the detail settings. Anyways, I'm supposed to be up front, right? That phase here. Let him fade to the inside. Oh. What's he doing? Why does sometimes they drive around the outside of this, even if they're alone? Andretti pulled in a little bit that time, but not too bad. I hope he gets stuck behind his dad. Oliver's Mount's a really pretty track in Grand Prix Legends. I did a video on that almost a year ago now. Slow it down, second gear. John Andretti in front. Get up the outside of Andretti. Have him not push me off the track, please. There we go, right off the track. It's almost become normal at this point to jump off the track in spots. Ooh, he squeezes by Carter. Come on, Pancho. Yeah, I would love a high-res version of IndyCar Racing 2 as well. Recently, somebody had posted about getting some some wrappers to work with it, and I got super excited and spent like 6 hours one night trying to get it to work. And it's not rendered in like 3D in a way that we could make it higher res. Like a 3D API only sees this game as one 2D surface because it's all software mode. So it would take somebody, I think, writing a rendition wrapper and then playing the rendition version of the game to do it. But there are smarter people out there than me. All right, come around the outside of Andretti here. It's tight. Making it work, though. We're getting really close to the end of fuel. And, man, I've been concentrating on the lap traffic so much that Andretti has caught up. It's 2.9 seconds back. Still running on the lower boost just to try to make some fuel mileage. I think this has been a good choice, but can't make a mistake. Got just a couple more laps till we need to pit. So we're at lap 35, so we'll be able to run the last stint full boost, which was my hope. Just in case we have to really defend from Andretti. 0.6 seconds, he's pretty close to me. Yeah, even if, I mean, this is running by 640 by 480. Even if you could run it like, what is it, 800 by 600, it would look so much better. I think just a little bit of an up-res would make it a lot easier to drive too. Just it's tough to see sometimes what's coming at you. But thankfully, it's not, you know, restricted to super low res. This is SVGA. All right, 34 laps to go. Got 2.5 gallons left. Andretti's right there, 2.2 seconds behind. We'll take full fuel, change 4 tires, the whole shebang. I don't get the shift light anymore. I've talked about this in a few races, but I kind of hate the fuel warning light. Like, I can see the fuel's going to run out. I just no longer have a shift light now. All right, we're going to do one more lap, though. Got to stay out and just stretch it so we can really crank it home. Andretti's going to go in the pits. All right. We got 33 to go. This will be good. We'll probably actually have a little fuel left at the end, but we'll definitely be able to run full boost in the last stint. Andretti pits. Looks like Boisel's in the pits as well. Up to 5th Boisel. Pretty good run for him. Which means also I got another lap on low fuel, which will probably be quicker than Andretti's able to do on his out lap. Just gotta concentrate though, make sure I don't speed at all. We're gonna be really tight on fuel here. I think we'll make it. We should be able to even coast to the pits at this stage. All right. That's about as tight as I like to go. Come to the pits. Try to do a little less dramatic this time. Oh, it's still quite quick. There we go. Okay. One more stint. Pretty much a full stint to the end. Wait for the fuel to fill up. Here we go. Down. All right, put the boost back up. Just don't speed. Luckily, nobody else in the pits at all. Thanks, Tim. All right, we'll come to the end of the pit lane. Hammer down. Oh, there goes. Oh, I thought that was a Newman Haas car. Okay, I think it was Dobson. Down a second gear behind AJ Foyt, of course, but okay, I had a really big worry for a second. That was Andretti that went past. Looked like a Newman Haas in the mirror. Maybe, I think these guys might actually have to pit, so especially judging by how quick they are here. So the hard part's done. It's just running to the finish now, and we still have the lead. We'll have to see what the gap is this time by. See John Jones in the mirror. You can tell by the colors, so it might be Andretti behind him, though. But we got full boost. Well, these two in front stay out, but they're pretty quick, so I think they're going to have to pit soon. 31 laps to go. Just 1.5 seconds, so it's going to be a close run to the finish here. But it's all mine to lose now. Got up behind Foyt a little bit here. We'll get a good run out of the corner. Ooh, onto the grass slightly. Oh, making a pretty wide pass there, but I just can't be held up right now. Laps. Plenty of time. Ooh, so late on the brakes there. Right up to the back of Dobson. See a white car in the mirror there. I think that might be him. Oh, understeering right to the edge of the track and on the grass slightly. Could have probably changed something to tune that understeer out because it's pretty bad mid-corner. No, there's no transparency on sprites or MIPS in IndyCar 2. That's why you'll see, like, on the front straightaway, you'll see the, oh, I'm gonna run deep. No! Come on. Just saving it, but there's Andretti behind me. Oh, God. All right. Gonna have to go into, like, full blocking mode here. He's gonna come down to T1. I'll take the inside, thank you. Brake as late as I can down to second gear. Hold on to it through the chicane. All right, I think that's one of the major passing opportunities they would have, or the AI would have on me, is into T1, so I just need to block that. Sure it doesn't happen. Oh, no. Can't steer it all on the grass, no. Andretti's gone by. Oh, that was a big mistake by myself. He's still right there, but that's not good. It's gonna be really hard to catch him if he gets away from me. I'd done so well through that first sector, the whole race pretty much, not to make a mistake, but a little bit late into the corner there. Oh, I can't believe he got by me. After all that saving and had such a good gap on him for a while. All right, still a lot of laps to go, but he's just going to pull away unless we catch some traffic or something. I'll try my best here to stay on him without spinning myself out or anything. Now's the time really to full push. It's not, as long as I don't throw it into the barrier, there's not a huge risk here. We got like 30 seconds on Lion Dyke behind, and I know I'm a lot quicker than him anyway. So, might as well throw everything I can at it, as long as I'm not going to hit the wall. Yeah, I was not trying to make the race more exciting, but I guess it will be. All right, he's going to get caught up a little bit here. Oh, I touched the grass a little bit. Come on. Two cars going, or Carter goes in the pit lane. I think I might be a little quicker than him if I really push, but it feels like I'm making tons of little mistakes that could easily turn into big mistakes. Stuck up behind Randy Lewis. Come on, Randy, do me a solid. Oh, he's caught there. I run onto the grass a little bit, but I'm able to keep it straight. He's gonna get up the inside of Lewis, maybe into the kink. Oh, Lewis. Oh, no, that's Derek Daly, actually. No. Oh, God. Oh, I really got off the track. You can't turn it all on the grass. Oh, this is going to be terrible. Well, I don't know whose fault that was, but that puts a damper on things. 6.7 seconds back now, which is going to be really hard to make up. Oh, boy. I can't believe, I really thought for a while there that this would be a win. Walk away with the win type of race, but Andretti thinks otherwise, and now I've really put myself in a hole there with going off the track that bad. right, we'll try to just push as hard as I can. See, I'm down to 5.5, so it's definitely not over, but he's also got to get through some of the lap traffic. I do as well. Still see him up there. Want that second win of the season, extend the points lead even more. We got Derek Daly here. Let him fade. What's he doing? Oh, come on. The lap traffic is just absolutely killing me. Ugh, I lost a ton of time there too. I was hoping he was going to go to the left side of the track. I guess I should have guessed he would go to the right to try to pass Bernard Jourdain here. A word with Mr. Daly after the race. Back to 6.1 seconds off. On. Super late into that turn. I don't care. Finally make a pass there. So frustrating, the lap traffic. I mean, I'm sure fictional Michael Andretti here is feeling the same way as I was gaining through the first stints, just kind of walking away. You're getting caught behind all the lap traffic, but man, it's so hard to get by some of the cars. All right. Down to 5.6 seconds now. I think I'm actually chasing Allenser Jr. again. He's going to be really far down the order, which helps in the championship for me, just because he had been actually gaining quite a lot through the last series of races, winning 2 in a row. Battle for second is very close right now, but this race will sort some of that out. Sorry if I got distracted there for a second. It says I'm dropping, or I dropped a few frames. It seems like it's better now, but if things got stuttery for a minute, no idea why that would happen. All right, down to 4.2. Go for the lunge here. I don't care. I'm taking no prisoners now. I need to get that win. Oh, I can see him. He's stuck in this whole group of cars in front. This might be what I need to catch up. I just got to get by them as well. We're starting to run out of laps. I can see him trying to get past Emerson Fittipaldi in front. I got Scott Brayton directly in front of me here. Just a little too far back to lunge there. Goes Brayton around the outside. I'll be able to get past him, luckily. It's Guerrero in front of me. The grass just a little bit. Yeah, pulled in a ton this time, this lap on Andretti. All right, 21 laps to go. Got a fair amount of chance to get to this now. Just need to get past this whole flock. Got Emerson now. Come on. Ugh, wasn't able to send it like I did with Daly. Oh, I hit Emerson. Oh, he almost turned into me there. I was thinking he was going to stay on the inside. I just can't predict them. Oh, he hit me. Come on, just rejoin the track. Still stuck behind him. We'll block Randy Lewis from getting back around, though. Oh, Guerrero hit me. Luckily, I didn't spin the car out. It's like murder trying to get through the lap traffic. All right, we'll try to just squeak by Guerrero here. It's a little tentative on the brakes. No! That was bad. It was really late move for myself. Gonna get back on the track. Got a damaged wheel, so I'm gonna have to pit. See what the car feels like, but usually that means it's my first big crash of the season, actually. Oh, we're understeering. Damn. Yeah, I definitely have to pit. I'm just gonna lose so much time if I don't. Well, I was really hoping I was gonna be able to catch Michael there. No. Run off the track, hit the wall, almost hit Boiselle there. Surprised it wasn't a yellow. That would have been nice. Just don't want them to put fuel in, but I'll have to take 4 tires, and car doesn't turn at all to fix the wings and stuff. Yeah, they can fix it, but that sucks. I was very close to getting back to Andretti, but it's a series of mistakes. That's just really bad racing on my part. Yeah, we should still be able to get a top 5 out of this. Maybe even a podium. That'd be wild. Come on. Changing the front wing, you can imagine them slowly trying to get the front wing on. All right, the car should be almost like new. All right, Rick Mears just got by me, so he's up the track. I'm trying to set back to him and still end up with a podium somehow. I got 4 new tires, so that should basically be in qualifying mode now. Ugh. Man, all it takes is a wreck and everybody becomes a pro, don't you? That's what happens when you're pushing, at least for me. But can't say I didn't try to get the win back from Andretti. First mistake, the bigger mistake, was really giving him the lead at all. I should have been able to hold that. All right, so I'm just a few seconds off of Rick Mears. Him though. I should be faster. I mean, I pulled out 50 seconds on him throughout the race. Yeah, this is a custom track made by Pavel 69. It's for the 1989 season itself. I think the chicane changed just a couple years later. I'm gaining on Andretti too, which is like the ultimate annoyance. I just pulled in like 5 seconds on him. I guess he's probably still in that whole mess of traffic. Oh, I'm gonna run wide. No, come on. Well, maybe my limit was like 80 laps around here. Clearly, the rookie bug has come out. Yeah, Pavel was able to push the wall in the chicane up here a little ways off and like open it up a little bit, but there's still a wall you're facing here, that little tire wall there. It hurts just as much as a concrete one, unfortunately. It's a little wider at least. His versions of Surfer's Paradise as well are like that, which makes that track so much easier to race. But at the same time, his versions of Meadowlands, I mean, it's very authentic. It's just impossible. So if you're enjoying this hitting things and spinning off the track and stuff, then tune in for the Meadowlands Grand Prix in a couple races. I'm catching a whole pack of cars now. $15 laps to go. This Mario Andretti in front. Let's see, that's Salient up there. Amir's got around him. It's Mario. Just give it that extra second to get on the inside. We got John Andretti now. Which way he's gonna go. Hopefully we can get around him before the kink. Be able to outdrag him on full boost. Yeah, Bicentennial Park is equally as hard as the Meadowlands. I think the Meadowlands is actually a little harder, but those tracks are not easy. I'm looking forward to there is a Detroit street circuit coming out, the actual one that was supposed to be raced in this season. I'm looking forward to it, but I have a feeling it's going to be just as difficult as some of those. I think what's going to be hard about the Meadowlands is the traffic, really. And you think passing lapped cars around here is tough. Try doing it on a narrower track that's higher speed and has concrete walls on both sides. It's going to be an absolute mess. Ran a little wide there. He's able to catch it. Got Rick Mears directly in front. Still catch him. 13 laps to go. The inside of Thays. There we go. Oh yeah, still getting points, but I've had a podium on every race in the season, so it'd be good to still get that. Redeem myself slightly. More laps, getting close to the end here. Hug the curbs. Ooh, right to the white line. If I can time this right, I might actually be able to get him into turn one on the next lap. Oof. But I don't need to rush this. There's really not going to catch second place. And so set him up for the right opportunity. Not a great last corner. He pulls ahead a little bit. Right onto the back of Rick now. Yeah, I don't need to do anything like that. Maybe if you're battling for the lead on the last lap, throw it up the inside there. I've proven it can be done passing Derek Daly there, but it's a difficult move. See if I can get a nice exit here. There we go. Oh, he brakes early, actually. Oh, and I almost run wide. Caught me off guard there, but yeah, taking third back. Trying to pull away. We got Teo Fabi trying to go around Pancho Carter ahead. Carter, the slowest car on the track, I think. Oh no, these two are so slow. Oh my God. Pass Carter through the kink. That's nice. Just nipped the grass there. More laps to go. Ask Teo Fabi. Oh my God, why did I run wide? Oh my God, Mears is gonna get by again. Save the car from hitting the wall at least, but I just having total brain fade through that corner. Have to do it all over again and catch back up to Mears. Well, this is not my best race. Yeah, there's still time to catch him. It's going to come down to it, though. I got to really try to pull in here. About 4 seconds ahead. I don't know what's going on with this corner. I'm definitely just taking the line super wrong here. Go wide there, down to the inside, and I think I'm trying to apex too early on this one. And it just shoots me out wide. I'll watch back and see how I'm doing that so wrong, but just try to stay on the track here. As long as I can stay on the track, I feel like I'll definitely catch him and pass him, but every race is your best race till it isn't. Right, down to 2.5, so it gained almost a second and a half that lap on him. Stuck in behind Teo. To Teo. I just need to do a wider entry like that. Mears actually ran onto the grass there, so it's not just me. All right, so Mears dicing it up here with Bernard Jourdain. Oh no! I did the same thing. I've done that already, I think, with Guerrero. Just constantly like getting to him or passing him and then making some kind of mistake. Luckily I didn't spin all the way around, but oh man, this race alone is gonna need a highlight reel, I think. Jourdain takes the line in front, but should be able to get him on the back straight here. Please go to the inside. No, what the heck? It just would pick a lane. It would be a lot easier. Oh, it needs yakety sax. It's that bad. Benny Hill. It needs Benny Hill theme. We're just a couple seconds off of Mears now. But we're running out of laps, so I'd only have a few laps to go. So, not going to be able to spin out and catch him again. .3 seconds off. Alright, so Mears is catching a small group of lap traffic, which is going to make the ending here interesting. I'll catch him quicker, but I also got to get around all these cars as well. It's like Brayton, he's stuck up behind Brayton. Four laps to go. He's going to go to the inside of Brayton here. And into turn one, catch right up to Brayton. Line Brayton up here for the right-hander. There we go. The second gear. All right. Mears is caught up behind, I want to say Guerrero. I feel like I'm always coming up to Guerrero. There's two red cars that are exactly like that. Maybe Pruitt as well, maybe. Not Pruitt. Mears is able to get around him. Get it down to second gear, past one car. Got Guido in front of me. Daco is quite slow, should be able to get up the inside here. All right, Mears is being held up. Got AJ Foyt a couple cars in front as well. Oh, Mears on the outside. Cars going too wide in front. Fourth gears, try to coast through. Wow, I got around Foyt in a weird spot. Oh no, come on Foyt. Mess to get through some of the lap traffic. All right, come around, 2 laps to go, come on. It's around the laps car. Oof, really send it in there. We're really gonna leave this for the very end, aren't I? Got a little bit of clear track here. They're pulling in a little bit in the slipstream. Through the last corner, but I'll carry some speed, get onto the front straightaway. I'm not close enough to make a pass here, but I can gain a lot in the first corner. I'm across the line last lap. I'm gonna catch some lap traffic as well. Try to sneak up the inside of Fabi. Oh, and he breaks. Come on. I was hoping I would be able to lunge into that corner, but just with them side by side, it's not easy to predict what line they're going to take. Come to the final few corners. Oh, come on. Oh, no. Hit Fabi from behind. Run off the track. I was hoping I was going to be able to scoot around the outside, maybe. We'll come to the line, though. Still holding on to 4th place, but first finish outside the top 3. That was a tough race. I definitely had some kind of concentration lapse in the middle. It started off so good, and Michael Andretti was fast, but I feel like I had enough for him, but just wasn't able to hold it together for 104 laps. I'll have to go back. Through everything that happened there and see what the, I don't know, all the events and everything, all the spins and off tracks. I think I went off track at least 4 or 5 times, and one big crash in the first turn there. I think maybe we can find that in the replay, because I do want to see that crash. We'll get the finishing. It's not quite as exciting when you finish 4. I mean, it's still a 4th place, but it's I'm still getting top 5s, but could have won this race. I feel like every race this season, I've been able to like maximize the result in every race so far. I feel pretty good that in all of the races this point, like I wouldn't have been able to finish higher up anyway, but this one I think I could have won, and instead I got 4th. So yeah, I'll still be in the lead of the championship. Everything. Just kick this off. All right, so we'll take a look at some things. We'll take a look at the standings real quick. Oh, Dab Goose, thanks. Enjoyed the race. Unlucky. Nah, not so much luck. Maybe the final lap there was a little unlucky with the traffic, but it, I definitely think I created some of my own luck and misfortune in this race. Led 73 laps, which is good. But finishing in 4th. So Michael Andretti wins from Ari Leyendijk. That might be his first top 5 of the season. We'll have to see in the results in the championship and everything. But Rick Mears finishing in 3rd. Yeah, Ryan Axelson. Richie Axelson would have won the race. Ryan Axelson finishes in 4th. 73 laps led. Started 2nd. Feels like a hollow top 5. Raul Boisel, though, finishing in 5th. Teo Fabi in 6th. Scott Pruitt back in 7th. Danny Sullivan, Alonso Jr., and Emerson Fittipaldi round out the top 10. So Emo back in 10th. It's going to be a shake up to things. Alonso Jr. is able to actually beat him, so we'll see what that does to the championship. Derek Daly, Bobby Rahal, Kevin Kogan, Heimrath there. See if anybody retired. Mario Andretti, a half shaft after 93 laps. That's disappointing to make it that far. But we'll save this in case anything bad happens. Always do the points manually if the worst. Let me really quickly save the replay, and then I do want to see if we can find. It's really hard. It's really hard to find stuff in the replays in IndyCar 2, because all you can do is like forward and rewind, and it doesn't go quick. So there's no way to like skip to a given lap, but it does speed up a bit once you hold it down for a minute. So we'll see if I can. I want to find the big accident when I really screwed things up. Niels, that'd be interesting. I don't know if I'd have the space for it, honestly. And I like retro games, but I don't know if I like them that much. Yeah, the yellow flag's really stingy. I mean, in IndyCar 2, the yellow flag is always pretty rare on the road circuits compared to a lot of other games. There's one of my faux pas. It's not one that you see. It's not a flag you see very often. Come on. This is fun to watch, I'm sure. All right, there. I think that was me. Is that Mario I was chasing? Yeah. We'll be going to Cleveland next. We'll take a look at that in a second. All right, so there's me pitting. So, oh, and you're gonna get to see one of the weirdest bugs. You probably can see it already. All right, so here it was. Let me kill the music for a second. Although the sound is like atrocious in replay mode in IndyCar 2, but well, hold on. So it's coming down to turn one. I'll watch it in real time first. I took the inside. I was a little tentative and I just should have gone with it. Hold on. I'm not gonna take full credit for that. Barbaza. See, I thought it was Guerrero, but I think Guerrero's actually right back here. Yeah, Roberto Guerrero's in the other red car. They look almost identical, same color helmet and everything. I'm not sure were they teammates, but that feels a little like Barbaza might have been the cause of that. Change views, maybe. We'll do like a blimp view. This will be the sky view will tell all. So I go up the inside. I mean, I definitely kind of turned in on him a little bit. I don't know. He hit the curbing. I mean, in real life, right, he would have backed out because it's a lapped car. And he jumped the curb and yeah, it's net code. But why did my car spin to the right is the big question. Look at this. Look at the angle of impact. If physics worked like they're supposed to, the back end should kick out and I should loop. Why did I get spun to the right and then straight into the wall? And then you get the bug in IndyCar 2 where the driver's helmet disappears, so it looks like something really bad happened. Why did my car spin to the right though? Hold on, let's watch it back from the TV because I didn't catch that when we were looking at the TV angle. That's so odd. You gotta love older games. Well, I don't feel quite as bad about it now, but it's still disappointing. Anyways, we'll take a look. There's the final results. So I got 13 points, which I think's one more because I got most laps led, which is good. But yeah, could have rolled in real life. You're right. Car could have gone up in two wheels. But here's the drivers' championship season standings. Ryan Axelson out front, 95 points, 6 top 5s, so I'm 6 for 6. It's a perfect record so far, top 5s. Yeah, the bug is related. Yeah, Taka is right. The bug is related to the car shape itself. And I think there's actually some corrected ones. I tried to... This is like a special car shape that looks more like the early 90s, late 80s Indy cars, and it doesn't have the fix. But anyways, Ryan Axelson up front from Michael Andretti. So what do we got here for a lead? 16 points, if I'm doing my math right. After all that, 16 points out front. And Emerson Fittipaldi then falling back a bit, almost 19 points now in third. So it's opening up a little bit. But Michael Andretti really came home with a lot in that. All right, Allister Jr. finishing in fourth place in the championship. So getting close to Emo. So I would say at this stage, I mean, Danny Sullivan seems hit or miss whether or not he's going to be quick at all. So I don't really see him as a threat. But Allister Jr., Emerson Fittipaldi, Michael Andretti, they all seem pretty quick. And definitely Michael has been fast at most of the races. He actually has 6 top 10s. So he's top 10 in every race, 4 top 5s. So I got to keep my eye on him. And next we'll be going to Cleveland, the airport circuit. I know a big favorite of everybody, and we can all hopefully have a comeback a little bit. It's a different version of Cleveland than you might be used to. It's the one they raced in 1989, so that'll be fun. But thanks for watching. I realized I'm very dark in the camera. Hopefully you can see me. But anyways, thanks for watching. I'll see you all next time. Thanks.